Okay, welcome back everybody to Coffee and Art on a Friday impromptu. This is part 2 of working in Tenderful Enchantments. Klara Markova. Melody sent me this book. Well, she ordered it and they sent it to me from her shop in Etsy. And now it is available on Amazon. So you can get it on Amazon now. And we've already done the frogs and the mermaid, and now we're going to work on the flowers next, which are, I'm thinking of them as the water lilies, and they're going to be pink, but they're going to be light pink and down to really dark pink. Okay, well, it is what it is, Chatty Natty. That's the best we can do. Sorry. And if you're watching the recording, guys, Ustream does not give us HD quality for free. And trust me, it's not cheap to buy it. So we do the best we can. Hopefully this is okay. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and move on down to the flowers. So we started with just a base coat of the flowers with carnation pink. Where's my carnation pink? I just had it here. Where'd it go? Where'd my carnation pink go? That's not it, is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, carnation pink. And I'm going to go with carnation pink and white. Let's see how far we can get with that. And I think the little dots in the middle will do yellow, just to give it a little, you know, kind of like water lily-esque. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. So I'm going to go ahead and do just a base coat of all the little yellow insides, wherever there are some. The background, I think I'm going to paint a turquoise blue. So I'll probably paint the background. And I just noticed this, guys, while I was waiting to reboot. She is sitting on a pillow, right? But look, these ties, there's ties that go around the frog. And look, the water lines indicate he's pulling her. He's on a lily pad. So I'm not sure exactly how he's working that, but but he's pulling her through the water and she's sitting on the pillow. See the ties right here? I haven't colored the ties yet. So I thought that was so cute. All right, so, and then down here, there's a little bit of the yellow. So again, I'll probably paint watercolor the background. We'll see how far we get. All right, so then there's a couple little yellow. I think those are going to be. And we got two little ladybugs here. There's one and there's one. So, yeah, so cute. Here's another yellow. I think that's another one of the... I'm guessing then some of these, you know, on some of the ones that she has, the mushrooms are generating spores. I guess in this case it's the water lilies that have little seed things coming out of them. Okay, so there she is. There's our, and I'm zoomed in pretty close. That may be why it's a little fuzzy, guys, because I'm so zoomed in. So that may be why it's a little blurry, because I'm so, but I've got the autofocus. This is the best it'll focus. So, all right, so let's go up here with the carnation pink. And I don't know what color I'm going to do the stems yet, but I'm going to go ahead and start on the flowers. So I'm going to start, they've already got one light coat of carnation pink over the whole thing. And now I want to just accent the very bottoms in the shadows here, and the rest is going to be light. I want them to be very light pink. So I'm just going to go over that with white, and let's see how this looks. I might have to go back in there with a little bit darker. I might need a little dark pink right at the stem. But let me go ahead and do all of them this far first. Then if we need one step darker, we'll do that. But I want to keep them very light. And then what I'm going to do with the Posca to make them even lighter, I'm going to go in here and I will keep this white. I'm going to hit them with white on the tips, and I won't be painting over that. I'm gonna blend it a little. I won't be painting over it like I did, you know, the green where I hit it with the white. So something like that. That's kind of where I'm going with it, like that. Very light colors. Bye, Terry. Have a good weekend. Enjoy that new home. Something like that. I missed something. Judy must have said something funny. Best not to go down that road. Brother. Oh, all right. Well, I didn't know that they did, Judy, to tell you the truth. I know they croaked. They ribbit. They croak. But I didn't know about the other end. Just saying, Judy. Just saying. All right, let me get crack-a-lackin' here. I'm trying to get as much done as I can here. I'm going to keep it at, you know, no more than a couple hours, if that. We'll see. I do want to get out today. I mean, Hubster and I got out on Wednesday and did some stuff, but I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and a couple other things. So I want to make this a fun day. Not that y'all aren't fun, don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean. Oh, and by the way, Janet did buy, I saw on Twitter, she did buy these. She could not resist. She bought these. Yes, she did. Oh, so now I did another coat of the dark pink. Now I'm going to go in here and with the white. And then I'll go back in there with the Posca and really brighten it up. Because I want to keep these very light pink. But I might go back in there with just a little bit darker magenta color, like right at the base. But we'll see. I'm going to get them all first base coated in. So a little bit of extra white. Just kind of tap it in. Oh, so where we were, oh, Terry left. I was going to talk to her more about Abandoned, but she had to leave. So there we go. See, like that. I want them very white. You're taking them back. The black was dry. Oh my gosh, yes, for sure. Take them back. Are you gonna get another set? I tested all mine. They're all good. The only one that was even the slightest weird kind of was the peach. And I've never seen a peach marker, I don't think. What did she buy, Connie? She bought these. The Creative Lettering Color. And see how it's spelled? They're from UK. They're in Michael's. They have one tip is a fine point, the other is a calligraphy nib. And the colors are very vibrant. If I remember, I always say, well, I'll show you at the end, and I always forget. I'll bring out my big sketchbook where I wrote names of all using all the colors. But the peach color, that was kind of a weird one. Yeah, it's spelled correctly for the Canadians and the UK girls. But anyway, manuscript, it's www.calligraphy.co.uk. And its Manuscript is the company, I guess. But I got them at Michael's with a 50% off coupon. I'm getting a Hobby Lobby, $5. I didn't see them at my Hobby Lobby, Janet. That's good to know if they're at Hobby Lobby. I used a 50% off coupon. Janet said they're cheaper at Hobby Lobby. And then you can still use a 40% off coupon. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Good deal, girl. I'll have to look at my Hobby Lobby and see if they carry them. All right, so again, I'm going to get in here with the dark pink, well, carnation pink. What else do I need at Hobby Lobby, Janet? Did you get anything else that you're not fessed up to telling us yet? What else did you get? Fess up, girl. Frog hopped. Oh my gosh. A frog hopped into your house, Brisma? I try to, when it says it like that, I try to put it that way. If I remember, you know. Let's see, a little bit of pink right along that lip. I'm waiting to see if Janet bought anything else. I can't go watch videos. While I'm here, but I'm... Okay, now I'm going to take the white, and again, I'm going to blend that in. Because I want them to be like lily pad flowers that are very pale. That's my vision. Okay, now go with the white Posca, and again I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of a scribble there, and then just kind of blend it out. And you could have just left it white. It's just a lot easier just to do this. Kind of get those highlights on there like that. And I think one right back there. And then I'm going to go in there and do a little bit more blending on the edges. But I'm just trying to get it all down here for a minute. And I do have a piece of cardstock behind. Do you have any questions or anything? Y'all want another chat pack question? Everybody already said what they're doing over the weekend, coloring or arting, or some of the girls are doing the Fin-A-Bear Fin online class this weekend. More questions? Alright, let me get this flower. And then the Posca. I don't know if we go up to the kids, see the kids, and this weekend or next, whichever weekend we go, Janet, we'll be going to their Barnes & Noble. They have the best Barnes & Noble up there. Huge Barnes & Noble. It's awesome. And, you know, that'll be something to show on Monday. Because you know I'm going to probably find something. And that's if I go. I don't know if we're going to go this weekend or next weekend. Because next weekend's Cameron's birthday, and I don't really want to go 2 weekends in a row. Traffic is horrendous through Atlanta. Don't I go to joke that every time? Oh, brother. Oh, brother, Muse. All right, so there we go. Just kind of, see, just gets on my finger, but it's okay. I wanted it to be really bright white. All right, so let's see. Chat pack questions. I got a few here. Okay, that was the one that we did. We never did do the second part of it. Did that one similar. That might be a little gross. Vacation thing. I'm kind of over the vacation questions. And we've asked about what kind of store you would open. Okay, let's go with this. What is your favorite Christmas movie? My favorite Christmas movie. Everybody says It's a Wonderful Life, don't they? Probably, what's the one with Chevy Chase? Christmas Vacation? Christmas Vacation. Remember the last question we asked on part one? One of the questions was, what's a favorite scene from a movie? The scene where he's in the attic, where he's stuck in the floorboards of the attic watching the old movies. We actually have some movies like that, Hubster's Family. Anyway, that's one of my favorite scenes. When he's up in the attic watching the old videos of the family. So, Christmas Vacation. Yeah. Okay, what's the most exciting event you have ever witnessed? And I'll keep coloring flowers while y'all, and I'll try to, let me sharpen. I'll try to catch as many as I can. The most exciting event you have ever witnessed. I'd have to think about that for a minute. I don't know what exciting event I've witnessed. Jean has she loves her Christmas movies. Jean pulls out her Christmas movies every year. Probably, do you wait till after Thanksgiving, Jean? And she watches all her movies every year. I'm talking a lot of movies, people. Jean has a lot of Christmas movies. And she watches them every year. I am determined this year, sometime before the end of the year, Jean, to do audiobooks. If I want to go with audio, what is it, audio file? What is that one? Online? Or what one? But I am determined, maybe one of y'all can tell me what y'all think is the best audiobooks to go with. Jean would probably know. Jean only pretty much listens to audiobooks anymore, I think. Adding the white and just kind of tapping it while it's wet. Eileen, your wedding. Connie said the birth. All right, let's take, other than the birth of your children and grandchildren. I think we've had to make that qualification before on other questions. Because we all want to say the birth of our grandkids or kids or whatever. Other than the birth of your children or grandchildren, what's the most exciting event you've ever witnessed? Other than your wedding, Eileen. Start over, guys. Don't say the kids, because everybody's going to say that. Oh, Artsy Marilyn saw Maya Angelou and recite her poem. Oh, at the inauguration. Oh, okay, Marilyn. Awesome. You got to go to an inauguration? See Little House on the Prairie in HD. Lindsay. Audible. Yeah, Audible, Connie. That's the one I think. I think that's the one Jean uses. You've only paid for 1 or 2 books. Kay Moore says she sang at the Republican convention when George Bush was nominated. Wow, Kay Moore, that is an event. To sing at a convention? We need to go back. Is it on YouTube, Kay Moore? It's probably on YouTube, isn't it? Wouldn't they have recorded that? Coach Marie said Disney World. I remember when you went there, Coach Marie. Karen, is that on? Do you have that on a video? You'll have to share if you do. Lindsay says I lead a boring life. I do too, Lindsay. Eileen said when they caught a gator in their lake. Yeah, in Florida, Eileen. Oh, that was good, though. Graduation is exciting, Shalene. Parasailing in Cancun, Connie said. When we went to Bahamas, I did not parasail. There's too many sharks in the water. Seriously, there were sharks everywhere. I did do the banana boat, but I was holding on for dear life. Like if that thing jumped me, if I fell off that banana boat, Lulu's birthday. Yeah, Prisma. If I would have flown off that banana boat in that shark-infested waters, I don't know what I would have done. Um, Dorothy said that the most impressive event she witnessed was Winston Churchill's funeral. And have you seen the Queen and stuff too, Dot? Line the streets of St. Paul's Cathedral, not a sound, except for the beating of a drum and the sound of the horses' hooves on the sand that they'd put down to prevent them from slipping while pulling the gun carriage up the hill. That's an awesome description right there, Dot. You need to write that description down. That is an awesome description of Winston Churchill's funeral. It was with your choir, Kamor said. Oh, still. Frances said she saw Pope John II lying in state in Rome when you were on holiday. Y'all have seen some stuff. Crafting Amy watching the Olympics in London in 2012. And Frances also said she enjoyed driving through the giant redwoods in California. Janet, has she seen the Queen? She comes to my house all the time. Oh, brother, Janet. Yeah, Dorothy said she has seen the Queen and the Queen Mother. Lindsay is awesome. Wasn't that a good description, Lindsay? She should. I know. Exactly, Prisma. Dot needs to put that in her idea collecting. Just that description was really good, Dot. That was good. It really was. Okay, I'm not looking for just a minute here. I don't know if I've seen it. I mean, I've, seen famous people, but that's not really an event. I'd have to think about an event. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Lindsay. I can't think of an event right off the top of my head. I'll probably think of it later after we're gone. After we're off the air, I mean. I'm reading these questions the same time you're hearing them. We went to the opening, well, I don't know if it was the day of, but the 1968 World's Fair in San Antonio, or CB. I think she had to leave. I don't know that it was the opening day, but we did go to the World's Fair in 1968. I think it was 68. Hands Across America outside of Gallup, New Mexico in the 80s. When she saw Sean Connery wrapped up the grilled cheese. Oh my gosh, let me see. Hang on, Denise just messaged me, so let me check this out real quick. It's to me and Mom, but it's some campus tour, college tours. She's giving me information on college tours. for Cam so we can go tour colleges. I mean, I think he already knows where he wants to go, but then he can go to the tour. He's going to stay with the tour. Kamar went to the 1964 fair in New York. Oh, okay. Do they still do World's Fairs? I don't even know if they do World's Fairs anymore, do they? I mean, not the Olympics, actual World Fair. If they do, I've missed the last 50. I don't remember. Okay, so let's go now with the white. We have the Olympics here in Atlanta. You know, 1994, I think it was. Jean, didn't you come to that one? I think Jean came to that. Did you come to the Atlanta Olympics, Jean? For some reason, I'm thinking you did, but I could be wrong. Dorothy said after the service, they loaded the coffin onto the royal barge and took him by river back to Westminster. You should write all that down, Dot, unless you already have at some point. That's an awesome event. All right, Dot, you win. You win the best event. Okay, now I'm going to go in here with the white Posca. Kayberg skied in the Alps. Ooh. That's a good one. When we went to Alaska and everybody went to all the great vacations, you know, all the good places, I was working. Everybody, Mom and Grandpa and mother-in-law, and, you know, we had all the relatives come and visit us. And Hubster could take off work, and the kids could go out of school, and I couldn't take off of work like at any time. So we did fly to Hawaii, though. We did go to Hawaii from Alaska, but as far as like seeing like Portage Glacier, gold panning, they got to do all the fun stuff. I was at work. Yeah, we knew what you meant, President, the Pope, yeah. Trust me, with Jean, you learn to read typos. We read typos, people. Jean, I think Jean must have fallen asleep. I haven't seen her say anything for a while. Alright, let's keep going here. Just kind of patting it down so there's no harsh pen lines, you know. And you could use white acrylic paint too. It's just easy with a Posca or a Sharpie pen. Sharpie poster paint pen, whatever they're called. What is it? So this is the Posca, and this is the fine point, but it's not this. I think it's a super fine point. The last thing Jean said was, I'm supposed to behave. Then she took a nap. And it's almost the exact same thing on the Sharpie. Extra fine point. And it's the water-based, not the oil-based. She's probably napping. It's okay. All right, so now I'm going to get, should I go with maroon, mahogany? That might, let me test it out. That's a little too brown. I need something a little bit more, that may not be quite dark enough. That's light red. I might need a little bit darker red. Let's see. Here's a pinky. Well, let's test this out. Strawberry. Yeah, strawberry. There we go. A bucket list question. Okay, you ask the question, Connie. You ask the question. I'll repeat it. You ask what kind of, it's just what's on everybody's bucket list? Is that what you mean? All right, so I'm going to just get real tight down here and just get some of this strawberry color just in the very darkest. I really want to keep it very light, but there's like, you know, dark pink areas at the base. Then I'll go back with the white and make sure everything's blended out. Yeah, if I went abroad, I would want to see all the old things, you know, really old things. In Europe and wherever, you know? Because remember, I wanted to be an archaeologist. Okay, so there's the real dark pink. Now I'm going to take my white. Let me sharpen. What's the most important to do? Oh, what's the most important thing that everybody wants to do on their to-do list? Okay, y'all answer. I'll think. Hubster would love to move back to Alaska. He loved living in Alaska. That would be his bucket list. So that would have to be part of mine because I'd have to go with him, you know. I'm just finishing up a blend here where I added that dark strawberry color. See how I kept it real light? My bucket list is to go to Kentucky and meet up with Jennifer Crack-a-Lack and an Ange. Oh, Judy, that's so sweet. Shalene is to buy a new house. Francis, go to Greece and Egypt. But yeah, travel, it's kind of, you know, iffy to travel some places nowadays. Muse wants to visit Australia. Dot would like to learn to fly. May, my next visit to Scotland. My hubster is half Scottish and he's never been there. My great-great-grandmother came from Scotland, according to my sister's genealogy research. I would want to go to Scotland too. I think that's like if I had to go to if I could pick a spot to go to, like, of course when you're over there you can go to lots of places while you're there, right? But yeah, I think all those castles and the, you know, all the symbology and all that stuff, that I just think that would be cool. I love history. So I think Scotland would, but am I going to put it on my bucket list? Probably not, because I don't like to fly. So am I going to actually put it on my bucket list? Probably not. But if I could pick somewhere that I would want to go, it would probably be Scotland. I would do that. Oh, Muse says she can see Scotland from your house. Oh, awesome, Muse. Now, Lindsay, that can happen. I've seen you can do it, Lindsay. Okay, so let's see. Let's keep moving. So there, I think that's, except for I'm going to do a little shading on the yellow dots when I do all the yellow dots. All right, so let's go back up here now. Again, I'm going to go with the strawberry, the darker, and just add just a little bit darker pink. And then go in with the white and kind of make sure everything's blended. So if you're watching this recording, all right, look, there's a difference. Can y'all see? Maybe if I do this bigger one. But can you see the difference with the strawberry color and not the strawberry color? Sharpening. If y'all are watching this recording, thanks for watching. Feel free to try to come visit the Ustream live show. I'm Inkwell. I'm usually Inky Well everywhere, but on Ustream I am Inkwell. Coffee and Art in the Morning. And I stream every Monday and Wednesday and the occasional Friday. Hey, Carrie Ann. You're too critical. Get over yourself, Lindsay. You can do it. You can do a painting you love. You can. So I'm just getting some of the very darkest. And if you're just joining us, we're coloring in Tenderful Enchantments, Klara Markova. Melody sent this to me. She ordered it from her Etsy, Clara's Etsy shop, which the book is now on Amazon. So you don't have to worry about shipping issues and customs and all that. So get it from Amazon then. And so yeah, I don't know if Melody's still here either. Love to learn piano. I cut my own hair yesterday. Oh my gosh. I trim my own bangs and then Denise trims my hair because it's just long and straight right now. I used to have short hair. I used to wear it like, if y'all know who Halle Berry is, I used to wear my hair like that. Very short when I was, younger. All right, let's go back in with a little bit of the pink. Right in that darker area there. I need to blend that out. I have one or two pictures of myself younger on, I think one on Instagram where I'm sitting on my Trans Am. But I don't post many pictures of myself. The image never matches what I envision. Well, it never will exactly. But that doesn't mean you can't get close or try. Where'd my strawberry go? Oh, there it is. And, you just got to keep at it. Do a lot of sketching. Sketch out your ideas before you get too involved in the actual painting so you can get the ideas on paper. Oh, and that reminds me, I was going to show y'all something in the sketchbook. Oh, I got to show something to Eileen. Is Eileen still here? I have something I have to show Eileen. I did a sketch for Eileen. I don't know if she's still here. Jean's sleeping, so. Oh yeah, I have bangs. I have my own bangs. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go back with the pink. Wait, is that carnation? Yeah. I'll blend a little. If Eileen's here, I'll pull out the sketchbook. She is. She goes, I think. Let me finish this flower. And I'm probably too zoomed in to show it. Maybe I should wait. I've been trying to put things and draw and put things in my big sketchbook. I can't always draw in it actually because it's not comfortable on your lap. You have to almost use it on the, on your desk. See the difference between that and those? Let me see. This is so big, I think it weighs 8 pounds. It's huge. See? This going to be really zoomed in. Wait a minute. Wait for it. Remember when we did these the other day on the idea collecting notebook? Emerald jade, Chinese parrot, a wolf on a cloudy day with pewter, silver parakeet, mermaid, and a peas and flamingo. Well, I kind of compared, I added a couple extra things. Where is it? So where's Eileen? So yeah, where is it? Where is it? Oh. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we have a pea green flamingo, but look what I did to it, Eileen. I gave it a mermaid tail. And I made its legs are pin nibs. And he's dripping pea green pea soup. So I said, I bet it would look good as a mermaid. So I did a little flamingo mermaid sketch, and then I cut out a mermaid tail. I taped it on there. Sorry, guys. And yeah, so there's my sketch. Oh, Eileen. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh yes, he has pea soup. Okay, let's go back to these two last flowers here. I still haven't decided what color I want to do the stems. Maybe a dark green, because the background's going to be turquoise water, is what I'm thinking. So turquoise water that'd probably be good if I did the stems a dark green. Do you like that, Eileen? I already showed it. Oh, did you see it? Okay. Okay, so let me do the little yellow bubbles with a little bit of what color is this? Cinnamon. Kind of like the little flowers in her hair. Little shading on the little pollen thingies or whatever it is coming out of the plants, and then just kind of blend it. You can go mermaid tail swim to the Arctic. Oh my gosh. Yes, I know, I'm crying. My eyes water when I laugh. Okay, and then I got a couple like random ones here, like right here, there's one. Hey, Lori. And there's a couple up here. Let me go and do those two red ladybugs too. All right. Let me go ahead and just take Signet Red here for their base. And I'll put a shine on them with the white Posca. Now let's go with mahogany, I think. Yeah. Now let's, yeah, okay. And just do some shading. quick shade. And this one's like opened up, and he's got that, you know, the inside of their wings kind of pop out there. I don't even know what that's called. I'm not an entomologist. But, and then the little body, I think I'll just do black and white stripe with the pen. Just because it looks cute. Now I'm going to take my white Posca. We'll see if y'all can see that. And do a little bit of highlight on each wing here, where it would be real shiny. And we'll put a little shine on that one too. It's too much shine. He's too shiny. Let me knock that back with the red. There we go, that's better. And then the black dots, I want them nice and black. So we'll go over that with pen. Okay, so we got our little ladybugs. And I'll put a little shadow under it. You know, when we go to do the, let's see, I forget what color that one was. What green was that? That was the, no, it wasn't that green. Oh, I think it was this green. It was like the Triton green, I think, because it's the blue green. Was that it? I think. Yeah. Now, I don't know. No? I think it was the fur green. No? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow. So when I do the leaf, though, he'll have a shadow under him. It's their underwear. And the same thing with the frog. He'll have a cast shadow under him, too. But this will be like, you know, I'll have to darken this up when I do the leaf. Something like that. So he'll have a shadow under him. His little pads will have a little. See? After using these pencils, do you think they really are worth a high price? I like some of the colors are a little bit different. But here's the thing, guys. If you are not, if you're not using your Prismacolors like all the time, then I would say no. Because your Prismacolors, unless you want to do, I mean, I would love to get really, really good with these and my Lumies to do more portraits with them. But for color books and your general coloring with color pencils, no. Use your Prismas. Unless you are, I don't want to say a pencil connoisseur, but unless you really are using your pencils every day. I use pencils every day. I would say get so used to your Prismas that you can blend and shade and do everything with Prismas. And then, if you really think you want to step up and try something else, then go with the Holbees or the Luminance. But unless you use your pencils all the time, I would say just get Prismas. And I know Prismas have breakage issues, and sometimes you get a bad set, and there's a couple of split ones. But for the price, I still love my Prismas. I love them. So, yeah. Unless you're a professional pencil artist and you want color fast pencils of like the luminance and stuff like that. I want this just a little darker on the side of his head. Um, just go with Prismas. Unless you're doing some professional things, you know. Everything I'm doing here I can do with a Prisma. Okay. Now, that being said, I'm going to get some polychromos for Christmas. But, but I use pencils all the time, guys, all the time. And yes, I think that the Prismas have gotten better. I think they moved out of Mexico and moved back to the States. So the quality control, I don't know how much different the wood is or any of that. But I think the quality control and people that have bought the newest sets in the last, say, year have said they have not had the issues that they had with the Prismas back before that. So, and if you ever get a whole set and it's bad, send it back, and get another one. Get another set. And I'm going to shade under this frog too. But I see how they did that there? But I'm not going to do it yet. And I did get a little smudge here. I'm trying to keep the pencil off of where I'm going to paint. Because I'm planning on probably just using watercolor. Yeah, I love my Prismas. She's at the age where tears... Oh, brother. You girls. All right, so, yeah. So what do I want to do? Do I want to go ahead and... I guess I'll just go ahead and do these leaves here. Because I think these are the only 3 leaves that are this color. This one's a different color. So let's just go ahead and work on this. But if you can afford them and you want to test them out and try them, like I said, I'm gonna, I'm gonna get some polys for Christmas. So, well, it's what I would tell anybody though, unless you are I do portraits with color pencil. Unless you're doing them. Really using them and really doing things professionally with them. If all you're doing is the color books, and there's even cheaper ones than there's even cheaper pencils than Prisma. But personally, I wouldn't go unless, and I can't say for sure because I don't use them all. Look at the girls that test like Anne does budget friendly pencils, and there's a couple other people that do them. You can just search on YouTube for people that do budget-friendly pencils. But to me, Prismas is as budget-friendly as I really want to go. I have Crayola. I have the set of 100 Crayola. I have, some of the other ones. But Prismas, I'm just used to them. That's all. All right, so now I'm going to go in here with, I'm going to just blend this out with white. I want this a light. I don't want to get this any darker. And especially if all you're doing is color books, Prismas are awesome just for that, I want this leaf to be smooth, almost like a waxy leaf. So I could probably even put a shine on it. Because if these, the waxy like leaves. Let me sharpen. That's not the, is that the, yeah, that's one. Alright, so now I'm going to take my Posca and add a little bit of shine to this leaf. Just a little here. Something like that. Okay, let's do these two little leaves here. Going to do the vein in the middle and a little shade around the sides here. But you know how we do. You know how we are. We get into a new art or craft and we want everything that can be associated with it. You know the scrapbook days and all that. Before that it was rubber stamps. Before that it was, I mean, not everybody got into cross stitch, but there was a cross stitch store on every corner. Then there was a stamp store on every corner. Then there was a scrapbook store on every corner. And you know, we had to have every bit of the supplies that went with all of it. Oh, thank you. Watching me colors inspiring. Oh, thanks, Claudia. What wash did you use for some of this picture? No wash. It's all pencil. All pencil. Now the background I do plan on painting. I don't like to take the time to pencil in backgrounds, but for me it's more of a time thing than anything. Especially if I want to do a black background, which I'm not in this case. But if I'm going to do a black, flat, black background, I would just as soon use flat acrylic Americana craft paint. But this is all pencil here. No washes. You have my cross stitch book. Oh, Eileen. You probably bought it back when it came out, too. Back in the 80s. I have two that were my designs. And but I worked for the company that, worked with all kinds. Oh, no, wait, those leaves are different. Designing for them. But two books were pretty much, one in particular, two almost completely, were just all my designs for the cross stitch books. But yeah. All right, so now let me add some white to that. Did you layer in a light color pencil? Yes, I did. See, all right, see right here? See how there's just a flat light color? That's how we started everything, Francis. Just like that. Everything has a flat light layer, and then we built up. So, all right, here, the lily pad. The lily pad has not been done yet. It's just got the light layer on there. Oh, here too. These haven't been done yet. Or these leaves. See, we got a lot left to go. And I said at the start that we were not going to finish this page in a day. I mean, I guess I could stay here all day, but I'm not going to. I'm going to finish this up by 2. And so, especially if any of y'all want to go watch Barb at 2 on YouTube. She streams on YouTube. So, I don't know that anybody else that streams on Fridays. At this time, anyway. And I'm going to run out. I'm going to Hobby Lobby and getting out of the house. In the 80s. Yes, it was the 80s, Eileen. I think one was 87, 86, 87, 88, something like that. I wasn't put a stop when I said I wanted a pottery wheel. And you do have my cross stitch book too, Connie? Yeah. Cross stitch. You don't know what cross stitch is, Shalene? I'm sure you, or you just mean the books we're talking about. I'm sure you know what cross stitch is, Shalene. You're a stitcher, aren't you? I mean, at least some kind crochet. I forget what you do, Shalene. Yeah, I have a couple books that my designs are in. Okay, hang on, I'll show them to you. Just hang on. All right. So again, now that I got those two leaves done, I want to add a little bit of highlight. Like these are shiny. Just a little shine to them. Like they're rubber plants. You know how rubber plants have that shine? I have no idea what kind of leaves these are, but there we go. And a little shadow under the ladybug there. Could even have just a little bit bigger. Oops. A little bigger shadow. There we go. Something like that. Let me see. Where are they? So this is back when I worked for Cross My Heart Cross Stitch Company. Now remember, I'll back out for a minute. We need to see the whole page from its fullness anyway, so you can see how little we're working. I worked for Cross My Heart designing designs, and this was before there was any computer generated designs. So not only did we design, or I designed, this one right here is all my designs, and this endangered species won Best Cross Stitch Book of 1988. There's no, all right, so I designed the animals, and also see all these little X's and, you know, all the symbols. This is all hand done, people. This was not computer generated symbology. All the symbols that you see down here for the cross stitch, that's all hand done. Not just with the technical pen, but with the Koh-i-Noor pens that you had to clean out every day for the longest time to get them to work. And what we did is it was like a clay paper, it was like a clay coated paper, and so they were bigger than this. I think it was 1 to 4 inches or something like that. So this is 1-inch squares. I think ours were, in actuality, because this is shrunk down, right? Where we would work in a square, like this would be a 1-inch square, 4 inches to 1. And so anyway, these patterns are all hand-drawn patterns. This is before it was computer generated. So anyway, let's see, where is it here? Cross Stitch Designs adapted from original artwork by Dee Dee Willingham. So all this is hand done, but here's my designs. Now these are stitched, obviously. So I drew in color pencil with Prismacolor. With Prismacolor pencil, I drew these animals, and then we adapted them. We adapted them to stitch symbols. I worked by the hour then, Eileen. I worked for the company. I worked for a company, so I work by the hour. So there's a cougar, a wolf, some puffins, a falcon, swans, cheetahs, an eagle, a polar bear, and I think that was all of them. And so these are the actual stitched pieces. We'd hire out people to stitch. You've stitched a few of these? Okay. Well, anyway, we'd hire people out to stitch them and then frame them and photograph them. Okay, but all this right here, this is all hand drawn. Every one of those little triangles, dots, dashes is all hand drawn with the Koh-i-Noor pens. I think that's what they were. Is that what they were, Janet? What were they? Koh-i-Noor? I think that's what they were, the brand. I stitched one piece. I stitched, not, it wasn't in these books. I stitched one completed piece, and that's because the girl that was supposed to stitch it over the weekend got sick or something, and oh my gosh, I never did it again. I spent literally 48 solid hours nonstop, a whole weekend nonstop stitching to finish a piece for the photographer on Monday. And y'all know that I've ever cross stitched. And some of these are on linen. This is on linen here, people. And so this is another one. Not every one of these designs are mine, but a bulk of them were. And this was Woodland Wildlife, and this one was from 1987. And again, they're all hand drawn, the symbols. Let's see here. Here's some of the. There's a little fox there. And see, you stitch them on pillows and frame pieces. This one was one of my designs, the little raccoon with the leaves. There's a little chipmunk, a butterfly, some more birds with snow. It's hard to see on camera. But anyway, so these are two of the books. I worked in lots of them, but this one won an award. I was real proud of that one. So, yeah. So anyway, that being said, that was a thing for a long time. And so there was a cross-stitch store everywhere. And then it went to stamps, I think. Everybody, there was a stamp store, rubber stamps, and we all did mail art and stamping. And I still have catalogs from the 90s from all the stamp stores. And then eventually scrapbooking stores took that over. And now there's no color book stores that I know of, but now it's a color book craze, right? No, I'm not going to. I have stitched a little, and like I said, I did do that one big piece. Mom cross-stitched a lot, and I still have hers and Grandma's. Grandma eventually could not see well enough to cross-stitch, and she went into a lot of plastic canvas kind of stuff because it was too tiny. I never enjoy. I don't like sewing. I don't enjoy sewing, so I did not enjoy cross-stitching, even though I did some samplers, and I did lots of it, but I didn't love it. I did not enjoy it, but it was a thing, and, I work for a company that did it, so, All right, let's keep working here. Let's do the cattails and these leaves. These leaves I think I did with this color. I'm not sure. Well, we're going to roll with it. I can't remember the greens I picked out for the different leaves. But I think this is the one, yeah, it's the blue-green that we did the big lily pad and these other leaves here. So I'm going to go ahead and do these next. Then we'll do the lily pad. And but I love coloring. And it's so, here's one of the things I love about coloring. For one, it's relaxing to me. And I mean, granted, I got to zoom back in. Granted, I hurry a little bit, when we're doing, let's see if we can autofocus that a little better. We're so zoomed in, guys, that's why it won't focus as well. Let's see. We'll try to get the exposure a little better here. That's pretty good. I don't know, I might have got it a little dark. Did I get it too dark, guys? It looks true to color to me, but so anyway, on color books, the thing about color books is, other than I find them relaxing to do, I love doing them for you guys because it's something everybody can do. Everybody can color. You can get better at it. You get better at shading. You get better at blending. You get better at color selection. So it's a way you can also grow in the hobby and get better, but it's something everybody can do. We all can color. And I love being able to demo things that everybody feels, I can do that, it's important for me for people to try things and to, explore their creativity. So I love the color book craze because it gets people, doing creative things. Know what I mean, Vern? Okay, so I like those. Let me do these leaves up here, these small ones up here, sharpening. Okay. And I wanted them a different shade of green than the ones in front of it, just so they'd stand out. I will finish this today, I think, but I don't know that I'll finish it, well, I know I won't finish it by 2. We only got about 30 more minutes. I want to just work on it for about 30 more minutes, and then I will post it. I don't know if I'm in the Klara Markova. Is there a Klara Markova group? I get which Facebook groups. I did back out of a lot of them because I couldn't keep up with all those groups. But I got out a lot of my history ones too, so it's not just color books that I backed out of. I'm in Zimya Snova. I am in that one. So, oh, thanks, Lindsay. Yeah, I am a hard worker. I am. I mean, I know that. I like to stay busy. So does Denise. Denise cannot sit still for 5 minutes. I can sit still as long as I've got something in my hand to do. I can sit still and work. Denise can't sit. She even had a stand-up desk. I think though when they moved offices, she couldn't have. She had the stand-up desk. She loved it. When they moved offices, they went to a whole huge floor of cubies. Now she's the assistant to the main owner. She's got her broker's license, and she's their main man. Denise is next to the 2 owners, and so she's like all over. She's like their right hand man. So she had to have an office where her office could be so that both the owner and the 2 main guys could have almost like eye contact with Denise. And so they went to cubies. Well, when they went to cubies, cubicles, Denise said she did not want to keep her stand-up desk because she would look like the groundhog. She would look like she'd be the only person that's head you would see over the cubies. And she said everybody would not leave her alone because her head was the one popped up, like the ground. When people have cubies and the heads pop up when they talk to each other, groundhogs, is that what it is? Prairie dog? Anyway, maybe it's prairie dog, groundhog, prairie dog. Anyway, where they pop, your head pops up over the cubies. So Denise said she had to give up her stand-up desk because she looked like the only groundhog, or anyway. Oh, so yeah, she doesn't have her stand-up desk, but I said all that to say she does not like to sit still. She is a goer, that one. And I used to be more so when I was younger. When I worked in visual merchandising, I think we plotted out, we tracked our steps, and we would walk 10 miles a day. No joke. We would walk 10 miles a day in visual merchandising. You have to have a lot of energy to be in visual merchandising. And I did when I was younger. I'm talking like back when I was probably in my 20s and 30s. And then I tried to go back to school after that. Anyway, and Boo's the same way. My granddaughter, Samantha, yeah, she's the same way. The cheerleader, oh my gosh, those 2, they never sit. Never. I like to stay busy, but I can stay busy sitting down. I can art all day long. From sun up to sundown, I can art. But I'm sitting down, right? That's why I always say, I got to get out of the house today. So I'm busy and I'm a hard worker, but it's more these days. It's more sitting down than running around decorating stores and stuff. Okay, so now all I got left is the cattails and their stems. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And I had a couple of browns picked up. I think I had mahogany and a sienna. What colors did I have? It wasn't light red. It must have been sienna. It must have been this cinnamon. Yeah, I think it was cinnamon. All right, let me sharpen again. Like a whack-a-mole. Yeah, it was like a whack-a-mole. She didn't want to look like a whack-a-mole. But I think they call them groundhogs or prairie dogs, or yeah, but it's the same kind of thing. That they pop their heads up. So she could no longer, in their new environment where it's a big giant floor of a sea of a sea of cubies. She looked like a whack-a-mole. Hey, Janet, got out yesterday. Now I have to leave the house for days. Now I don't have to leave the house. Yeah. Oh, okay, now. Okay, so you went out once this week, Janet. That's about what I do. I get out about once a week. Although Hubster is after me to start walking with him again in the mornings. I used to. But he walks at 4:30 a.m. I haven't even had my coffee then. So anyway, I think starting next month when it gets a little cooler, I'll probably start walking with him. I might try to get him to back it up to 5 a.m. when he starts walking. Maybe he could do all his other exercises first and then walk at 5. But I really do need to do more walking. I don't jog or none of that. But, but yeah. I worked all my life, Oh, what did I say? I was going to do dark brown on those stalks, I think, yeah. I'm just going to solid those in. I'm just going to solid the stalks, the cattail stalks. I'm just going to get those solid like that. And there's no stalks down here. All right, so now I'm going to start shading the cattails. Bye, Natty. Thanks for popping in. So I'm gonna stop at 2 because Barb streams at 2, even though she streams on YouTube. But I know a lot of girls watch her, so I'm not gonna go over her time. I try not to go over anybody's time. Sometimes we get a little long. Get along, little doggy. And I think I want the cattails to have a little bit of texture, so I'm just going to put some little darker spotty things in there, just so that's not a flat color. I'm going to put some little, cattails have a little bit of a texture to them. I would really love to go for long walks. Can't do it though. Oh, okay, Dorothy. I just don't take the time, I get into so many projects and stuff, and that's just, seems way more important. But I can tell, I know one thing that would probably help me walk, and that's audiobooks. I think I would walk a lot more if I was listening to audiobooks. So again, I want to do that before the end of the year. Oh, so y'all were saying Audible, right? Audible is the app, the best one to buy books, or what? I want it to be an app so I can just do it on my phone or the iPad or whatever. I want to be able to listen to them. I have a Nook, and I guess you can get the what's the other one? The other reader, not Nook, Kindle. Does Kindle have audiobooks? All right, so now I'm going to take my cinnamon, I think, yeah, and do a little blending here. And see, the other thing too, guys, since my eye surgeries, I don't have to have extra large print to read. And I can read this. I mean, I can read like small text, but I have to really concentrate. You know what I mean? This is not comfortable reading for a whole book. So I don't buy books that have this small of text anymore. Kindle does. So what do y'all recommend? Kindle, uh, Audible, what? Yeah, well, when I'm sitting here, I'll watch videos, you know. But if I want to buy books that I want to read, like I would love to have audiobook for all the Cattails. I can't find the. I mean, granted, I haven't really hunted them down, but you know, I read all the Cattails years ago, and some I checked out of the library, some I read on the little paperback version because they're from like the 70s and 80s. I love those books. I'd love to hear those on audio. Kindle and Audible are owned by Amazon and work through apps. Which one do you think is the best, or do you use both? Jean uses Kindle. What do y'all? What would are they? Connie says Audible is the best. It's subscription based. You pay a flat fee for as many books as you like. Okay, Aaron? How much is it? Is it a month or how much is it? Can I just pay through apps? Can I pay through my iPad? I mean, my iMoney, or what do you call it? Apple Money? Can I pay with the Apple Card? Or what do you have to do? I don't want a big, you know, if I decide I don't like it, and it's going to take me 6 months to get them to take it off my credit card. I don't want to do all that. Most libraries have free audiobooks. Okay, but yeah, but that's online, Claudia. I want something for my phone. I want it for my iPad. It has to be something I can use on my eyes, on my apples. I don't want it on the computer because I'm not carrying that around. I want an app. How much is it, Aaron? Do you know? BookBub. Daily emails for free and super cheap books you can load. See, I don't have a Kindle. I have a Nook. I mean, as far as a physical thing. I don't really want to download tons of books to my devices. I don't want to download a bunch of stuff to my iPhone. Do you have to do that? I'm not sure how it works. Or do you download it and it's $15 for a month for Audible, no limit on books. And so, do you download the book and then just like erase it? Because doesn't that take up a lot of space? Although I do have the most memory you can buy on an iPad, I mean on my iPhone. I always buy the most memory you can buy. But even so, I'm just kind of seeing how this works. All right, now let me go with my white. Yeah, I have the Kindle. I have the Kindle and Nook apps on my iPad and phone. You know, they cloud. But again, then you have to buy those books, right? For the Kindle and the Nook. Audible Books is free with Prime, okay? It stays in the cloud. That's what I was wondering, Raga. It stays in the cloud. Okay. Okay. I'm just getting y'all's opinions on it. I mean I can research it myself too. So now I'm just going to kind of texture this up so that they look kind of textury. See, you know how cattails look. Audible's not free with Prime. It's not free with Prime. Okay, so, all right. Okay, Jean came back and said audiobooks are not free with Prime in Canada. It has a flat fee that gives you 1 credit but deals every month. Julie says that my library probably has Overdrive app for audiobooks. Free with my life. See, that's probably, yeah. Overdrive. Everybody's recommending free audiobooks from the library with Overdrive. Okay, let me just write Overdrive because I'll forget that. Where's my Overdrive library? Okay, so then you just download the book. Oh, I have a library card, trust me. I got a library card. It lets you. So what is it you download? You download the book onto your phone or your iPad or whatever. And then downloads Overdrive is free. Yeah. But I'm talking about the books themselves. Because I know how many pictures I have and I know how much memory my pictures use up. I've got like 3,000 pictures. And this phone's not even, what, a year old, I think. So you do it online, but you download the book. See, I'm thinking of how much space it takes. I'm sure it can't be that much, otherwise people wouldn't do it. You know? And then you just delete it or get rid of it. I know. I should take them. I do every now and then. I do take them off my phone every now and then. I've got plenty of space on my phone. I have the most gigs you can buy, other than probably, I'm sure government agencies can have unlimited, but I mean, for a phone, I get the max. With the library, it is a temporary download. And okay, see, that's what I want. Something like that, Jean. Thank you. And I have quite a bit of music too. Not a ton, but I have a few hundred songs. Overdrive books are temporary like library. Okay. That's awesome. That'll make me read them too. Thanks, Julie. Okay, I think Overdrive is the way I'm going to go. I think that's the way I'm going to go. Overdrive from the library. So I'm just putting a little texture here, see? Rather than just keep it flat color. Thanks, guys. See, because I think I would walk more if I had a book running in my ear while I was walking. With Amazon Prime Music free. Yeah, I just get it from my Apple Music. I just buy it. Put it on my... Okay, now I want to go back with the center. Well, no, let me go with the white first so I don't lose the brightest. And just kind of go in there. What time is it getting to be? Oh, I got 15 minutes. So I hope y'all enjoyed some of this. Again, I won't post a whip. I'll wait till I finish it. I'll probably go run some errands and go to Hobby Lobby and just get out for a while. Maybe go get me a Chick-fil-A. And then come back and finish it, and I'll post it. I did post two mermaid pictures on, and if y'all are listening to this, I do post all my color book pages in my Facebook color book album. And we don't need to follow each other for you to go. I have all my artwork is public. You just have to go to me, go to my photos, go to my albums. And all my artwork albums are broken out into maybe 6 different albums with artwork, and I have a color book album. And I upload all my pictures there, and I put most of them on Instagram as well. So you can see my color book pages on Instagram. I want that little stubby thing darker. Let me get a dark brown here. But I don't like to post whips very often. All right, so I got a dark brown. It's called Sepia. And I'm going to do this really dark here on the tip. The little toppers. Although I think, actually, I think those are lighter, but in actuality, on a cattail. Because I think the stem goes through them and comes out lighter on the tips, if I remember what they look like. Not that that matters. You're the boss of your color book. All right, something like that. What was I going to get? Oh, I think you can sell the books back to Amazon. Yeah, see, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to go to all that trouble. I don't want to sell them back, and I don't want to do all that. I would just rather, lease them from the library. I just want to borrow them and give them back. Yeah. Hey, Kate, how you doing? Yes, I saw that you had an appendectomy. Oh, sorry, I just said that. I mean, well, it was out there. It's out there, and she posted pictures from the hospital on Facebook, so it's not exactly private. So I hope you're good. I'm glad you're recovering. Thanks, guys. I'm glad it's coming along. Oh, so anyway, I will post a picture when it's done on everywhere. Okay, so let me back out just 1 or 2 clicks. I want to try to, so you can kind of see the whole thing here. So let's see, these stems, did I say I wanted those brown? I don't remember. And I still have these little leaves here. See, I have all this. Let's work on the big lily pad. Let's do that. We'll have time for that. I won't have time for the background or these little leaves or the pillow. But I think you got a good idea of pretty much everything, right? Did y'all? Yeah, it's not a secret. Okay. I think y'all got a good view of pretty much everything, right? I'm doing this lily pad kind of turquoise color. And I'm thinking the water, I'm going to have a light turquoise, like maybe a watercolor. I'm not coloring the background with pencil. That'll be a wash of acrylic paint or a watercolor. One or the other. So he's hugging the edge of the lily pad. It's almost like he's got some kind of, what's that force called? Kinetic force? It's almost like he's using this as like a kinetic force, where well, listen to me. If he moves the lily pad, like, moves it back and forth, kind of like a push, like one of those scooters that you use to move back and forth, and it propels you. That's what I'm thinking that this is. He's moving the lily pad back and forth like that, and it's propelling him through the water. We got the stories. Oh, you got some? Yes, I know, Kay. Yay. You can do some idea collecting. I still got to get I try to get that done over the weekend for the next Monday show. If we have a, I can't do one every Monday, but I try to at least do 3 times, maybe 3 times a month I want to do. Okay, I got a little out of line there. And I don't care that's out of line, but it'll show up with the watercolor wash if I'm not careful, so. And then the little veins, I want all the little veins, this dark tealy green. So let's go over all the veins. Sharpening. I try. I like it. This is what's going on in my head. Maybe they're writing down a waterfall. I don't know if she'd be that calm on a pillow if they were going over a fall. So, and I still got to do, see how the little ribbon is attached to her pillow and it wraps around him. So she's pulling the mermaid. The little frog is pulling the mermaid who's sitting on her pillow, dreamily thinking of whatever, while he's working. he's pulling the pillow, the mermaid. But anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend. I'm going to go out. I've got to go the back way so I avoid the schools, because it's almost time for schools, elementary schools, to get out. And I don't want to get stuck in school traffic. But I want to go to Chick-fil-A, get me a Chick-fil-A sandwich, go to Hobby Lobby, what else? A couple other errands. Got to go to the store, go to the grocery store. Perhaps even, yeah, okay, let's see what else. Lazy River, yeah. Get all that done before Hubster gets home. He went out to lunch with his bud. They had Mexican food at a Mexican restaurant, so he won't be caring about dinner. So I don't have to worry about fixing him dinner. Although we had tacos yesterday, so he had like tortillas and refried beans and all that 2 days in a row. All right, so now there's the base. Oh wait, let me do a little more shading on this side. Because I want one shade darker of blue. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all. Oh, and then he needs a little bit of shadow here under his feet. And now I need a darker blue green or something. Could probably use the fur green. Let's see what we got here. What's this color? This is peacock green. Let's see. Where's my tester? Where's my oh, here it is. Let's see if that's dark enough. It's not that much darker, but we'll see. So I'll go with the peacock green darker. You could eat Mexican food every day. I ate a lot more when we lived in Texas because it was authentic. You know, my own tacos are not exactly authentic Mexican food. There's a little restaurant that he and his friends go to. But, you know, once you have authentic Mexican food like in Texas, it's a difference if it's not real. It just isn't the same. I mean, you can have good cooks, you know, that know how to cook it, but a lot of times they don't, and it just doesn't have the same taste. So I'm getting this dark, and this may not even be quite dark enough. I have to get in there with because I want that to be really, really dark. I'm going to have to highlight his little fingers a little because I don't want them to get too lost in the, because the green and the blue-green are kind of similar, so they can kind of get lost. So do a little blending with some white. You could use a lighter, depending on how many colors you have, you could use a lighter tealy color as well. In Germany, you have not often have Mexican food, yeah. I mean, if you have somebody there that knows how to cook it, you know, and they can get the ingredients and everything. Just blending, blending, blending. And you do take your time. I am kind of rushing here at the end. But I think it's turned out pretty cute. Thanks again, Melody, who I think she's already left and gone to bed, who's ordered this from Klara Markova. Sent me a signed copy, which now you can get on Amazon. You don't have to get it through the Czech Republic through customs and all that. You can get it through Amazon now. It needs another layer of darker, but I'm going to run out of time. So I'm going to add another layer, another shade. See how this is a little bit shaded right there? I want to continue that around the edges. So it'll need a little bit more work on the lily pad. But I hope I colored enough of it for you guys to see where we're going with it. There's a couple little leaves, you know, these light green. Her pillow I haven't done, but I think I colored enough of it for you guys to get the idea. But I'll probably finish it, you know, if not today, over the weekend. I'm not going to do it because there's already 2 parts. I'm not going to do a 3rd part for it. So, but let me show you the book again. This is it, Tenderful Enchantments, Klara Markova. And I have started on the intro page where you put your name. So I have done this much. And then I've already done a flip through a couple of times. And then let me take out the card there so you can see how far we got on here. So yeah. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. And again, you can get it. Oh, you got your recorder? Oh, you got a new one? You got a new one, Dot? You broke down and got a new one? Oh, because the other one was too expensive to fix. I did see that, right? Is that right? You're going to have to face it, Dot. You're going to have to DVD it eventually. All right, guys. Well, you have a great weekend. Ribbit. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.